Unless you're just dropping your clips into a timeline and clicking the render button, you're cutting your videos. And with Davinci Resolve 20, Blackmagic Design gave us the AI Smooth Cut video transition. So welcome back to Creator Reality, my friend. Today we're going to take a look at cutting in Davinci Resolve 20. And we will get to that AI Smooth Cut transition in just a moment. But I think first we need to understand a few of the basics before we use that one. It will help, so stick with me here. Let's jump into Davinci Resolve and I'll show you what we're working with. Here we are in the timeline, and I've got a talking head clip from a recent video, and it's got a lot of blank space. If I Alt mouse wheel to zoom in, you can see there's flubbed lines and stuff to cut out all over the place, including me clapping, because that's how I sync my screen recording with my Nikon Z30 footage. I don't know why I call it Z30, but it's Z30 in the States, but Z30 just sounds better. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, so the first thing we need to do is cut. And if you're new to Resolve, you might think that clicking on the blade tool and then clicking here and clicking there and then clicking over here and then selecting the clip and then pressing the delete key is the best way to do it. But it's not. Let me Control Z to undo that. Leaving our cut mode on the mouse cursor here, which is just selection mode. I can zoom in a little bit so you see it clearer. And then Control B, Control B. And then I can either backspace to do a delete or Control Z to undo that. Select the clip and press delete to do a ripple delete. Those are the first two basic kinds of cuts. And if you're confused about keyboard shortcuts, let's take a look at that now. If you come up here to Davinci Resolve and click on keyboard customization, you get a lot of things you can do. One of the things you can do is come in here and click the control button and the B button, and it shows razor right here. So if we click on razor, you'll see that it brings it up over here on the right in the commands. Razor is Control B. The other thing you can do is just type in razor and it comes up right here. And then you can clear this out with the X key and hold Control B and reset it. So if your shortcuts got screwed up somehow or there's a shortcut you want to make, this is the screen to do it in, which will make your editing faster, right? Boop the like button. You're already learning stuff. So I'm going to cancel out of here, discard my changes. I don't need to make any changes now, but we have a cut here. And one of the ways you can hide a cut is to hold Alt and select your two video clips and drag them forward or back. And if you drag it back, this makes an L cut. See, we've got an L shape here. I've overlaid an L. The video is ending before the audio. Conversely, if I select my two video clips and I go after, it makes a J. See the J? Yeah, now the video is extending over the audio for the next thing. So if we play this back, the audio is going to start playing while I play with my hair, and then we jump into the next clip. See how easy that is? You can sort of hide your cuts by using the L and J cuts or J and L cuts. Pretty handy stuff. One other thing we can do is we can do a punch zoom. Take a video clip and punch it up. So we're playing along and then boom, we're big, right? And it works better if I drag this back to where they're even, so the audio and video are cut at the same time. But then if I play this back, it sort of hides that jump cut a little bit. You're just changing the framing of the clip. One thing to keep in mind is the eye line. You'll see a line right here on my eyes, and on the last clip, it's a little bit higher. So if I was to do this again, I might drop this down a little bit. And now it's going to be hopefully a little bit more even. There you go. So we will Control Z those to undo all that. And here is where the AI smooth cut transition comes in. See, I told you we'd get there eventually. So if I come in here and I use my Control B and make two breaks and then ripple delete that, you'll see if we play this back, I flubbed the line that was in the middle of there. So what we can do is come up to Effects, Video Transitions, Smooth Cut, and we'll drag it on, and then I'll Alt mouse wheel to zoom in. You can see that if I click on it, it's 1 second or 30 frames, and speed warp is checked. If you don't have the studio version of Davinci Resolve, you're not going to have access to this, unfortunately. It is part of the paid studio upgrade. But let's go take a look at some of the features this thing has. We can set the duration here. So if you click and drag, you can change the length, Control Z to undo. Same thing with the frames. And then we can set as a default duration if we want to change this. We can do an alignment, so it'll start the transition back here. And you have to have enough handles for this. I did a video showing handles and how they work there. Go check it out. But you need the handles for it, and it'll start the transition earlier in this clip and this clip. So that's the before, and same thing with the after. It'll use more handles over here. But we'll leave it at 1 second for now. And then you have easing. So we have none, in and out, and custom. Honestly, you can use none or in and out, play around with this, and you can figure out what they do. But for my use, in and out and none are the ways to go. So we'll leave it on none for now, and then you have a transition curve you can mess with, but really, they just nailed it right out of the box on this one. Let's play this back. And you see some wibble wobble, right? So we can actually just come in here, and when you get this icon, we can drag to change the length of our transition. And now there's even less wobble. And if you play with this a little bit more, we're down to 6 frames now. That's pretty good. Pretty good, but not perfect. I think we can make this better. If I remove this transition by using my backspace key, and then using our left and right arrows on our keyboard, you can see how different the two clips are. So what we really need to do is come back to somewhere over here where the hands aren't visible, because Smooth Cut's not going to like the hands. But I'm going to hold Alt and select my video clips and then drag back to make an L cut. And now you can see that it's pretty close here, right? So I'm going to drag my Smooth Cut on and then see what happens. And we've got some more of that rippling going on, right? This is not the world's best example, but look at this. Just a slight ripple, so we'll bring it down to like 6 frames again. That's not bad. If you don't see my eyes, you're pretty good. So we can actually move this around. We'll move it 2 frames over. And now you just see the ripple at the bottom, so we'll bring it back 1. That's pretty good. So that was kind of the standard AI Smooth Cut usage. You can get wildly different results depending on what kind of clip you're working with. In my case, it was pretty good. And if you've been watching my videos for the last month or 2, then you've actually seen the AI Smooth Cut in action, but you haven't seen it because it's actually that smooth. Now, let's go take a look at a creative way to use this feature. Here I have a clip of me riding my motorcycle, and I've got a camera on my wrist, and I want to go from looking out here at the water. It goes to the left and right. We want to clip right here. We'll press our backspace to get rid of that footage, and I'm going to show this for about 1.5 seconds, and I want to break there, but I want to transition to where I'm looking at the guy behind me. So I've made another break here. Press delete to get rid of those 2. I'll alt mouse wheel to zoom in so you can see what we're working on. And we go straight from that to that. Dragging on the Smooth Cut, it creates a 1 second transition. And then look at that. It's got kind of a weird morphing to it. And I think that looks pretty cool, right? Except, let's go into our inspector. If you don't see inspector, it's right here. And we're going to come down to ease. We'll change it to in and out. So it's going to start and end the transition a little bit faster. So we'll play that through, and you can see that the middle section spends more time warping. So the AI Smooth Cut, it works pretty good. You can use it for creative things. You can use it to hide jump cuts. It's a very versatile tool. Thank you very much, Blackmagic Design, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, boop the like button. Maybe consider subscribing. Maybe consider asking a question about Davinci Resolve in the comment section below. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. Until next time, check out this video that YouTube picked for you from my catalog. You're gonna learn something. John out.